Hey there folks, and welcome to another Grand Treasure Zone weeklies of April week 4. In other words, to April 25th to May 1st. Starting with the Japanese FR Challenge 450 this time around at the Tokyo Expressway, central clockwise. But yeah, this time with the cursor out of the way. And this time I'm driving the SFR, or Toyota SFR 2015. Which is not a bad car. I believe it's a prototype, which is kind of weird for a concept car, so I don't know if this was actually ever made or not. It's fun part about this car. This car has plans to be made in the future, though. It's gonna be a good while, though. So I decided to drive this to, I guess, like somewhat celebrate that. Like, okay, let's just try the SFR. That's 450. It's right on there. Maybe about almost 200 horsepower, so it's pretty good. With the race parts included. So you got your training and suspension stuff. Hopefully the gears are fine too. Because it's hard to debate when it comes to 450. It's like, you need the gears here or here. I believe at max, most 450s hit about like 140 miles per hour, so it's not that great. Here we go, get some by this guy. There you go. Yeah, the SFR, pretty quick car overall. So it came out the same year as the 86 GT. Or, well, was around this year. So like I said, it's a concept car, so it's not real, but boy, should it be, though. Because it feels like a Miata better at the end of it. I think I see like a couple fundamental problems though compared to Miata though. I think Miata has the trunk space. So I wonder if that's a factor. The other would say pretty good. Although I would rather have the MRS though, because the engine would be in the back in that case. This is not in the back though, it's in the front. Surprisingly. Because yeah, Toyota was all about having the engine in the back for the MRS, but then when it came to this one, different story about this one. But it's basically just saying that Toyota just wants the MR2 to come back in some ways. But if this doesn't work, well, screw it. We'll take more of the Miata formula and just make this instead. And yeah, it's been about 10 years since that concept, so who knows what they're gonna do with the newer one in the future. So apparently that's gonna be reappearing, the MR2 is gonna be reappearing, the other new Toyota Supra is gonna be reappearing. It's pretty crazy. And most of them you're gonna have hybrid technology or be petrol at the end of it. Oh, except for the MR2, apparently that's also going to be electric. So, overall, from what I heard, the MR2 is supposed to have a Suzuki motor and stuff. It sounds like the MR2 is supposed to be, ever since that Suzuki VGT car, it sounds like that motor from that car is supposed to be in the MR2, what it sounds like. To me, what it sounds like, but it's probably a different motor at the end of the day. But on to the special event, because it's a special event. This is the Renault Kangoo 1 make at the Brain Hatch Grand Prix circuit. Yep, bringing it back. Yeah, in other words, 550 pp Kangoo, let's go. Destroy the competition as the thing goes. So, yep. I did more detail to the car and even changed the bumper because it turns out I really hate that bumper color, so it's like I changed it to a car color style. Like that needs to come back being that color. Still thinking more on the design before I fully release this, but for now, this is what it looks like. It's gonna be pretty good. For a hot hatch, that's not a hot hatch, but it's MPV instead, but you know. Just very interesting. Yeah, but yep, so driving at a 550 pp, so it's gonna destroy the competition, as saying goes. But I really don't see a point on this one. So just drive as fast as you can. Which basically what I'm doing at a balance point, because I do say that this is probably the highest point for the Kangaroo for now until it can swap some sort. Although the bad part is, if it gets an engine swap, it most likely be, hopefully not a Civic motor, that'd be terrible. That thing goes. Although I have finally made a Mini Cooper finally work on that. More on that when we get to that, because looks like he's gonna be one of the tryouts. But so far, in terms of having it to work though, I had to like lower it to the minimum though, which is not bad because I will say when the Civic motor was in the Mini Cooper, it already did like 200 miles per hour. I lowered it down to like 190, so it's not so bad. At 650 pp standpoint, pretty good. So it makes me wonder what's gonna be, what kind of engine swap's gonna be in this particular then. But yeah, showing the detail and stuff. But yeah, this looks so good. I gotta say, and I did a pretty good job on that. And here's theirs, which is the AMT white one. And then you got a bronze color looking one, burgundy. You got the white dish color, which looks like basically stock, almost. I think it might have something there, but yeah. And then you got this one with a full rope roll cage in it. Talk about bad design. Because I get it looks better, but still. And then you got the yellow one with the Bull Express that looks like a panel. It's supposed to look like a panel van. A panel truck. And you got that one that just says Able and Co. Like, okay. I don't know what that is exactly. Yeah, there's gonna be some, I just have no idea what it's supposed to be. And again, some are probably supposed to be fancy decals too. So, we're in that. Except for maybe that Bull Express one. Again, I wouldn't be surprised if someone just turns around and makes like some kind of plumbing one or technician one. Wouldn't be surprised in that. Because you know there's gonna be like a clan out there that drives nothing but the Kangaroos. Join our clan. Drive our vans 24/7. It just reminds me of the Japanese cars too, in that logic. But overall, I think I did a pretty good job with that one this time around. So basically update a bit more, because I was thinking just keep adding more until an update pops up, because I know at that point most likely the special events would go at that point. Because the special events are kind of one and dones. I don't know. I think they would bring back the GT500 one, so I assume they would bring those back. Why would you not bring those back? It's kind of weird. But I would say probably till another GT500 car gets added to the list, which hopefully something good for cars, because lately they've been kind of very non-fan-esque, and you should really get on to the whole fan-esque, because without that you might get less traffic. This thing goes, because you need to at least give at least one car to the fans demand. I would say when it comes to offering new cars. Like, I don't know, how about Mitsubishi Eclipse? For example. Because yeah, that car should be in here. But yeah, it's time for the World Rally Challenge, which is going to be a fun one. Also, it's just a sprint race. No fuel, no tire worries. On another race, just haul butt. Just haul your butt there. Which in this case, where's the rally time? But okay, I get to do fun. But The best part about these rally cars, they have horns, just to say. That's the crazy part. So you'll be hearing me pressing that horn because that horn is satisfying for a rally car. But yeah, that horn sounds completely different to the production car. I will say as well. Yep, this basically just. But yeah, speaking of rally car in the future, they need to add the old Lancer. The Tommy Mackinnon rally car. That'll be the one to add. Because that or just add the Mitsubishi decal one. Because that works too. That or just make a special like they did with the movie decal for the Nissan GTR. I could see them do that. So I'm surprised they don't do that. It's just kind of weird because you just started the whole special decal trend. You might as well just do what you guys are known for is the notorious game racing decal that a lot of people love. Like, for example, the Nissan Silvia, I went out of my way to make that. Just to have that. And a bit more remix too, because I had more detail to it. So I'm not surprised that Gran Turismo hasn't done anything like that in particular. Although I will say that is on a old car though. So, something to know. So it would be nice for more special decal and not just, oh, because it was a collab or some shenanigans. Just something you guys actually added. Because like example, I could see them turn around and do an alternative to the rally car here and do their One Classic racing modification decal to this one. Too. And that would be pretty insane. I mean, I could just, you know, go out of my way, go grab someone else's and just, you know, put it on, but you know. I also don't feel like doing that because then I just feel like someone would ask for credit at that point. Decal. Even though technically they didn't own that decal. So if it's based on, because like I said, because I'll just say this: anyone can use my Silvia decal because it's based on. I'm not gonna claim that. I just made it for the heck of it. That's like I have a Jaguar one too. I also don't mind my dogs. They look boofing every now and then, so it is what it is. But yep, this basically just driving around with the Impreza, just destroying the competition because I think they sit around maybe 650, a little bit higher than 650, I would say. Well, in this case, but when you go to the Eiger Norben one, prepare for hell. Heck, it's hardly doable with the Impreza on that one as well. So how fast you burn your fuel and tire wear, but it's also a pain in the butt too. That was the other fun part. And then the other best part when you drive the Impreza too, you can just really whip it around corners too. Something like this case. Ooh doggy. However, this corner though, it's like, oh crap, I'm about to hit the wall. Well done, well done, all right. Like, that's how bad you just whip it. Like, holy crap. I know that was still technically a fail, but god dang it was satisfied with the corner there. You just brake, press, and release, basically. And it just wheels out in the most perfect way possible. Because, yeah, I'll just say this again, I love power drifting. Or power sliding. It's so much more satisfying than drifting. It also feels like you get more control doing that. So, you know. Call me an ass of the drift community, but, you know. It is what it is. I'd rather have something that whips around and not lose so much speed in the process. Something that can have fun. Yeah, I'm just having fun. We're just drifting at this point. It's like, okay, let's see how fast I can really whip around in some ways. No, without the handbrake. There's a case I do hit the handbrake though, but yeah. but it's a no-no. This band, you just hear the screech on those. Like I said, like old classic rally cars are so satisfying because you just whip them around. Nowadays, rally cars, they're so stable that it's kind of tough to whip them around. Not saying you can't though, but it's just way tougher. But it's easy, you just immediately whip them. But yeah, that's basically it for that race. But yeah, so far 3 events and they're all very short. Very, very short. So now on to the World Touring Car 600 at Nürburgring GP. And I am driving the Toyota 86 Grade 4 because you know what, I wanted to try something. It's like, okay, let's try this. Like I say, try loosely because this is hard as balls. Because of 2 competitors, and you can probably guess one of them, the freaking RX-7's in this race. That's what I for. The other one, the one you least don't expect, is the Lamborghini Hurricane. Because even he hauls ass. Which I'm not surprised. He's like 630 pp, if I recall. And they probably didn't bother to detune him for this race, so. He's just straight up a stock Hurricane with sports hard tires, perhaps. Who probably hits like 600 horsepower and doesn't give no fucks. Although I do love the Alfa Romeo Guela. It's like, okay, this is not the broken one I know of in the European. If you would think you'll see that one, no, you just see a regular Guela. It's like, okay. Although it's not Gallo driving it, it's a different guy, but still, I can just see that though. I can just feel the pain. Get the Viper SRT10. Get the DB11 up here. And then Mercedes AMG. It's like, okay. Although I think it's just a basic AMG, it's not the crazy black series. Oh, when I say basic AMG GTR, I should say, because yeah, there is technically a difference on that too. That's the fun part. Because there's a GT and a GTR. The GT, I believe, uses like a E6 or inline 4, while the GTR here uses a V8. Yeah, that's the fun part. Like, I feel like they should add those ones too, because while they are, what's this one said? While they are different by motor, I would still say kind of add them because of that difference. Because you never know if, you know, maybe it turns out this one's better or not. In some cases. Hello, Alfa Romeo 4C. A car I kind of debate why is it up here. You got the DB11 with a spoiler. Well, aren't you special? You get the Guela. Yeah, it's kind of funny. You just turn around and take a race car. Even though I say race car loosely because this thing ain't that broken in person. It's, the only thing that's broken about Grade 4 race cars to these is the fuel. I don't really suck as much fuel. However, I'm doing this in a sprint race, which is kind of bad because sprint races are their thing. They are definitely the higher tier about that. No doubt. So basically, I am just challenging myself if I can beat these guys. Which I say beat these guys loosely. And you got the White Rabbit that is the RX-7 because it really is the Alice in Wonderland when it comes to getting close to this guy. He's late, he's late, he's late. He's gotta get there quick as he can. And then you got the Green Hyena that is the Hurricane here. These are two, they're just gonna speed up as soon as you get there. That's usually the case here. Like that Hurricane's probably speeding up as of right now. Just watch. Just look. Yeah, that's the fun part about this competition in particular is the Hurricane being a butt and RX-7, you know, him being a classic a-hole, really. Of a rubber band. Just good God. Now the GTR Nismo's not the problem, the Impreza's not the problem, the F-Type R is definitely not the problem. I don't know, it's that Hurricane. But yeah, to look at him now, he's speeding up. Just pass by the WRX, no problem, because here's the best part, they just let him pass, like, okay. Let's see how this is. I passed you, you blocked the hell back, but when your buddies don't, oh no, let him pass. Freaking TM2 level full BS. Help BS. Here we go with the White Rabbit. Get them Impreza 22B. Looking nice as usual. And the Nismo, surprisingly not quick at all. I'm really surprised about that one. I think it'd be way quicker than the GTR that he drives for the endurance one. No, he's definitely not. Yeah, I just tried the 86 grade 4 because I was curious, like, can I just do it? If it don't, I'll just switch to a different car. Because the 86 is not really that great on the Turkish Expressway, I will say. It does like a 212.1 or something like that. So it's not that great. But it does do the job at least. Surprisingly. 4C, the Super RZ again. Heck, you figured that one would be your challenge for RZ there. No. Just there. He's quick though. He's just really there. I mean the 400R is just steady driving. Don't mind him. He's just delaying his time. He's on cruise control. And me passing that Hurricane before that Hurricane starts getting hyper aggressive. He will be getting aggressive here. I can assure to that. So look what he's doing around the Jaguar. So he's just swerving about. And there is some blockage they'll do, they just won't do, you know, heavy block. Okay, here he comes storming on in. But yeah, like I said, I think he's at stock base power, which if I recall, the Hurricane's like 640 compared to the Gallador. The Gallador is like 500 because Hurricane's basically update engine upon the Gallador, which the Gallador's engine is basically the Audi R8, so it's just fun knowing those two. Saying. Yeah, I also got K-Man in here too. Oh, okay. The GT7. Now I'm just basically watch these go. Oh. Yeah, I might as well show the dashboards and stuff since I got the extra time. This one because this is a 10-minute race. Or at least around 10 minutes. Which is crazy. I'm pulling like the fastest times here, and yet these two are just sitting there. They're just, you know. And you got the White Rabbit trying to pass the Nismo. I was like, nope, not this time. I'm gonna pass you. I'm probably not doing it. Douchebag. Big old stinky cheater. Get the Impreza. And you got the Hurricane and blocked, surprisingly. Sorry about this. And then he's just after the RX-7 here. There was the White Rabbit. basically now I have to play the whole lap of holding off. Yeah, this is gonna be the tough part because this car is actually also not that very fast either. I think at best it goes like 185, I believe. And compared to that car, which yeah, as you can see, he just like passed two guys at once. It's like, oh okay, here we go. It's like, oh boy. So yeah, just I'm checking like the course map and make sure he doesn't try to pass me at all. Because if I let him pass, he basically wins. It's safe to say he would have won if he was up here a lot quicker. Luckily, he was like down 8 or 6 there. That's a good part. And eventually, our Cocoa Bun's finally passing. Finally passing GTR, I think. Or not. Might be still. I'm surprised that Impreza also has sports softs too. But it's not as crazy as that guy. He's a sports medium, surprisingly. Then the Hurricane's trying to pass me. It's like, nope, I'm not on it. So luckily corners is where I excel at, where he doesn't do it that great. Thank God for that. That's the one advantage I have. And then this one point of area here where they just don't take it right. They don't take this part of the course right. What you're supposed to do is just throw it all down, but then they just hit the brakes here. It's like, okay, whatever. Anyways, even though I gotta admit though, even if he didn't hit the brakes there, he still just catching up to me immediately. His acceleration just got to be higher than that. That was a bit of a challenge run overall. You're on the swerve part, because as you can see, he just immediately hauling butt too. It's like, oh crap, I need to play block a little bit. And victory. So yeah, like I said, that Hurricane is a big old BS in this competition. But anyways, off to the Grade 1 Prototype Series, because yep, this came back for the Daytona Road Course. And I am driving the Aston Martin Valkyrie. 2014 horsepower, I believe I saw that, or 18. Yeah, driving this, because I'm kind of curious if there was a production car that could beat LMPs, and this is the car to do it, at 900. This is the Valkyrie. The Valkyrie is capable of doing it. The problem about the Valkyrie though, you're going to be burning fuel. Because the fuel meter is not the same. It's kind of close though. Check the comparisons. I think LMPs are like 15 and this is like 13. So yeah. In terms of gas tank. Now fuel mileage though, this will burn even more because it's 1200 horsepower. And then not only that, if I punch in the overtake, which I rarely use it. There's cases I did though, but like this case I will. Okay, just allow it. This is where it's at for this car, the speed. But yeah, if you want a car that basically can beat LMP's legitimacy without being a non-vision car, it'll be the Valkyrie. And not the stupid Ferrari VGT, because speaking of VGT, I tried that at first, it was garbage. I cannot believe that Ferrari is that high in performance points, because I'm just gonna say, he needs to be lowered, big time. He sucks. He is not a good car. The Ferrari VGT sucks. Because trying to lower it down to 900 pp, it does not work for that car. But for the Valkyrie though, it works just fine. Oh yeah, I guess it's the other problem too, tire burns too. It does burn tires like the 411, but not surprised it's a production car. I said production car loosely because you still can only just take the to the track though at the end of the day, so it's more of a track car than a production car, but you know, it is what it is. Not as ridiculous as Ferrari's case, but it's up there though. And speaking of, I think Porsche's going to be trying to do their hypercar production car in the future too, because they have a lot of thoughts of doing that. I just don't know if they want to or not. And no, I'm not talking about the horrible Mission X, because that thing's just bad. I'm talking about more of the Valkyrie on that. Yeah, you got your basic OMPs though. You got your 908s, your Salver, your Audi EPT, you got L750R hybrid. What that one's called. It's one I gotta try. So you got the XJR9, the R92 CP, and then McLaren VTT. But yeah, I tried to do the lean approach too, so barely used added weight to it, but overall just still pretty good though. Yeah, so. And such. I think I could have done more to it though, but overall where it sits at, it's pretty good. It's just the only problem is burnage and tires. Because it is also a hybrid technically. I say hybrid loosely because it has the overdrive feature, but way better hybrid system than any other car could ever make in terms of hybrid system, because the overdrive feature is useful for racing compared to the hybrid, or a regular hybrid system. Unless your name's Acura NSX, that's fine. Or Honda has that. Because yeah, I will say, I think the Honda NSX has probably the best hybrid system, which I'm not surprised about that. In terms of production regular hybrids, so in that case. Yeah, just me passing that down at 220 miles per hour, which is crazy quick. But then again, 1200 horsepower to their 800 horsepower, so you know, that should be quick. And with a somewhat spoiler, I guess, because yeah, it's not a very big spoiler. It's a adjusted spoiler, because whenever I hit that overtake button, it changes. So yeah, I think it just flatten out there. Yep. And it should lift back up, or maybe I'm thinking the Porsche on that. That might be just the DRS system on that one. Because yeah, the overtake feature I think is just a hybrid at the end of it. It's a hybrid motor push. That is not bad overall. It's just the burn factor. It's the one thing you have to do. See how fast I get up here. I will say I'm gonna be pitting soon though. Sorry, TSO dirty, or 18 again. TSO dirty, I think I did that from last week, in fact. Or the second last, I'm not sure. You got Grotto, hybrid, and then you get the Alpine. The Alpine was fun. So I'm surprised how fun that one was. Yeah, there's me pitting, so I'm going on in. At third place too, I was in there. So back to catching up eventually. Cause yeah, that's a good part. At least you could catch up on that. So if I could find more ways to lean the car more, I probably would do it. That way I could at least burn less fuel. The only problem is tire factor is on that scale. So I have to figure out that one. It was probably mess with the negative camber, because I will say negative camber is what messes with the tires. Cause yeah, I don't really talk much about tune-up stuff, but yeah, if you want to know what affects your tire wear the most, it's negative camber. The more grip you apply your tires, the more you're gonna burn. So if you want less burnage and more usage of the tires, you need to lower the camber to 0. If you want more grip though, if it's not burned that bad, then add more grip to it. Or add more to the number. Up to 6, I believe. Here it goes. Well, no, it also adjusts how the car handles it. I just wait, didn't we just saw this guy? Yep, basically. I was saying I'm gonna be full power sprinting for this section here because I am gonna have to make 2 pit stops instead of just 1, where these guys can just make 1. Unless your name's Nissan GT7. You didn't know for that one because you're using racing softs on that car, if I recall. Which I have no idea why. Yeah, okay, if you got VGTs, might be there or something. You going in. He burns a good bit, but I'm not surprised though, because it's the Chiron. So, yeah. But yeah, another car I need to try to for this, maybe. Although I'd be surprised if it hits 900. VGT hits 900 because of the big spoiler and splitter. That, on the other hand, I wouldn't be surprised it won't. So yeah. Real competition for the R92 and the McLaren VGT there. I'm not surprised. And then the other real competition, the XJR9, because he's very fuel efficient. For a 1988 LMP car. Based around Group C racing. Very impressive. I'm back in. Yep, going right back in. Because I might as well get enough fuel for the last 4 laps here. Let's say. Because as the saying goes, in order to deal with this rubber band, you want to fuel earlier than later. Because if you try to fuel later, chances are you may not win. Due to the fact of how the rubber band reacts to you. And when I say rubber band, I mean the progression band. The closer you get to the competition, the faster they become. And then from the top of the competition, the slower they become. So yeah, I'm basically just going to be running the 4 laps here now. Try not to use the overtake so much. And then I realized, oh hey, I'm just gonna be doing 4 laps, so I just put this up to 4 wing, I believe I did. So I guess anyone has a Valkyrie instead, you could technically do this. Bit challenging though. Yeah, I'm not sure you could beat this on the hard difficulty. Oh, no. That's McLaren going in, surprisingly. Our 19 is filming across. Where is he going in? Yeah, nope, he's still going. Badly. I don't think he has a pit at all. No, the XJR hasn't. But yeah, he was the one I was worried about because I was wondering, was he gonna do the one sprint, one wonder? Basically, this is basically never fuel. Okay, as you can see on my tires on burnage, my back one's burned like no tomorrow, so I'll have to change the negative camber to 0 for that. Get that to knock you off on that. Because yeah, it seems the back tires burn really quick. For this track's case, the back tires burn. Good job. That and, you know, when you go on the big old roundabouts on Daytona, mostly your, whatever your tires that's going the higher ground is going to be burned more. Something to note. When you're on banks like this. Yeah, something to know when you're on a bank, your tires on the upper side are going to be burned more than your tires on the lower side, because the upper side are going to be dealing with more of the turning factor than the bottom ones. Just a little bit, but here. Yeah, there's actually are going on with the SRT and the 787B. That's a victory. And I say, yeah, this car has a horn. It's a red one. So yeah, I just had this other Valkyrie laying about. I was like, you know what, let's tune this for the 900. This looks like an opportunity to do it. And, you know, the Ferrari VGT failed. It failed. Big time. Because its hybrid system burned like no tomorrow. And it relied on it. Big time. So if I have anything to say about the Ferrari VGT, just probably lower that to 800 and call it good. So that's where it really sets. Where this actually did it. So a little slap to the face. Aston Martin Valkyrie for days. Ferrari 92 giving chase, and you got all these bunch here. Gotta get to him. I think the 908's been chasing me throughout this too. So Vicky was further back with me as well. Circle. I was in 5th. Getting on the final lap, but then I realized something. I was like, oh, I think I'm burning a lot more fuel than 25% I need for this last lap. I had to chill on the throttle a bit, because I will say, in order to your means to lower your consumption, you're just chilling the throttle, or you lean, or you full lean. So I just chill on the throttle the rest of the way here, because it's fine. I can do basically that. I got the best lap at this point, which is 132.537. I see there. Okay. Of course, as the saying goes, when you do this mic thing, that even on the PlayStation 5 version, it's zoomed out for some reason. I don't know why. I can't do much about that. See, they don't add other bonus features about when it comes to recording. Would be nice. No, it's that person's just gonna turn around and just put it on their computer for recording purposes. Or just go get a Steam Deck. I'm just surprised someone who does that. Getting closer to Ian here. So yeah, at this point I can just haul butt now. It's fine. Oh, throttle! That's 213, which is not the quickest. That was 220. But otherwise, that basically wraps that, so let's check the gifts, shall we? Yeah, here's the driving one, which, not surprised, is what's gonna be here in a matter of a couple seconds. And oh boy, and it's a pocket change! Yeah! I have too much fun with that. Now on to the worst ticket. the parts ticket, which wouldn't say this is the worst if they had the parts locked, but they don't have it locked anymore, so what's the point of this one? And, you know, I would say this would be fine if it told you that you had this part on hand. It don't tell you you have this part on hand, so therefore, it's garbage. I hate that one. And then now onto the car, which I also hate this too. It's the Ice Revolta Zagato VGT. I think this is like the third one I gotten out of freebie so far of this car. Because I got one for my birthday, and I got one later down the road, I believe. It sucks. It sucks so bad. Oh well, at least I tried it for the 600 PB. It's not that bad, luckily. Because I did quick test, just for the heck of it. But that basically wraps that for this weekly's. I hope you enjoyed what you've seen here, and see you guys next time. You guys take care, and ciao.